So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my hand in here, and anywhere that I can feel the roots that are circling it, I'm breaking them up and pulling them out. See how I'm pulling these out?
I do. So this one looks good too?
Yeah, oh, this is great.
Oh, that's such a relief. Good little trees.
So now we're essentially bare rooting it, but that's all right because it's going right straight back in the ground. And here's the root collar right here, and that's going to be right even with the top. So what I'm going to do is secure the roots. And get the air out. Trees grow differently than vegetables. Trees like a nice aerated soil, but they depend so much more on the ephemeral root contact, the roots that come up each year, and so we generally get the air out. Now we're going to put down some biotone.
All right. What is that mitochondria? What does that do?
Mitochondria.
Yes.
Well, that's cellular. This is, let me see if it says what it is here before we get it. Mycorrhizae.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, mitochondria are the energy plants within each cell. Mycorrhizae is actually a symbiotic fungi that lives in association with the roots. And what it does, it helps the root prosper, more or less. It's an invigorant. It aids in collection of oxygen and nutrients.
Oh, okay.
Now, with all the little tiny roots, you can see these roots right here. This is the lifeline of every tree. These little tiny roots like that, they send up ephemeral feeding roots, yearly feeding roots, which grow up and then die. And that's what picks up the oxygen and the moisture and the nutrients. And they're all within 12 inches of the surface. And so what the mycorrhizae does is it actually grows on the root itself. And it's symbiotic. It's good for the mycorrhizae. It has to grow on the root. And it's great for the tree because it helps in absorption. So mycorrhizae is a very, very good thing. So I'm going to mix some pine bark, mulch in with it, stir it up. And this is, you can see where I'm in the top, 4 to 6 inches of the hole. And that's the optimum root zone right there. So what we're doing is amending the optimum root zone. And I took the shovel and I scarred the ground all the way around the hole. See these marks? And what that does is break up the interface, because when you shovel, you make a smooth clay face on that, you're basically creating a clay pot. And so what it allows then is the roots don't have to grow and grow and grow and finally break through that. They can head on through it now. So right here is in this optimum root zone. We've got this good stuff mixed up. Now I'm going to mix the soil in with it. And where we are digging was an old home site where the rest of the garden is. And so it's a potpourri of soil types. And I want to avoid the wiregrass roots in here, the Bermuda, if I can. They're going to invade it anyway, but Bermuda is not as allelopathic as fescue.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now I'm not pounding on this. You see, I'm just squishing the air out of it. Right in there.
So how much water will these trees need a week? Because I'm going to look out for them.
This first growing season, if they get a half an inch a week,
Oh, okay.
this clay has a lot of water retention, and this is not bad soil really right here
Oh,
for
looks
this
good.
particular area. If we were down to the actual C layer, you got the horizons, you got the A, then the B, then the C, horizon. If we were down to C in parent material, it would be bright red clay, but this is a little darker, it has some small percentage of organic material in it. And
I feel like Tom Sawyer.
see, the actual planting is not difficult at all. It's very much like vegetable gardening. If you've done your work and you've got the right soil and everything, the planting is relatively a simple procedure. If you follow just a few basic needs and requirements of the root system. And I'm not going to tamp this top layer. I've got the air out beneath it. This is our optimum worm layer. As soon as they migrate up from the deep clay, and they live at the interface of the B and C horizon throughout the winter, and then they come back up and then travel in and out. And we don't have it too deep. We're giving it some mycorrhizae. Put the rest back over there.
And no saucer.
No saucer. Water saucer and heavy red clay creates a grave instead of a planting hole. So you can see I'm not having any mulch up on the root collar. And there we have it. And we move to the next one. I'm going to put the rest of this mulch out here.
Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.